Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley. Uh-oh! Barkley, goodbye. Dunk it in. Doncic, 47.
I'll give him a dunk. On a night you have 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Karras the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
LeBron leaked out. They didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer. 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown.
Timeout. SGA. Probing. Piercing. Spinning. Hanging for the lead. And SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit road. Oh, come on. Justin Jefferson. You got to be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history.
Edwards puts up a three. It's good. Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore.
Is it Francis? Giannis says no. Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside. And both ends.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty is back again with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. As always, we will recap yesterday. First, 2-2 on the stream here, 3-2 in the Discord. Duncan Robinson over 9.5 cashed. He finished with 13. He had 11 three-point attempts, so threes or points were good there. Victor Wembanyama over his threes cashed. I can't remember if it was second or third quarter now. You know what? It was early third. Malik Monk finished with 10. We needed 3 more. He only shot 4 for 10 from the field. I thought we'd get both more volume and more minutes out of him. So that was a bad read. During 18 points lost by the hook, 2-2. And then we cashed KD under 36.5 PRAs in the Discord. He finished with 35. So if you were stuck with any bumps, you cashed there as well. Let me pull this up. Chalk Exchange in the building. Chalk, how are we this morning?
Good afternoon. It's been a minute.
Yeah, been a while. How you been, man?
Good. College is obviously picking up, but I have entered back into the NBA zone. Kind of want to see a couple games before I started putting the money on it. So we're back.
No, that's totally fair. Yeah, it's a weird time of the year, man. You just got to know who's tanking, who's not, who needs to win, who doesn't, who's playing, who's not. Little more than it takes in the first half of the season, but definitely still plenty of edges to pick off.
100%. And I know there's a huge slate tonight. I think it's pretty easy to dilute those games yourself, right? You know which side you're already going to attack. 100%. And there's completely untouchable games. So they're making it easier, but they're making it less fun.
Yeah, you know what's funny is when it comes to like betting and me being able to just go and bet versus sportsbook, I feel like I'm so much better than them. But when it comes to them needing to hang a line for every player and take action on it, I don't envy them for 1 second. It's so much easier to pick off the 5 spots on the board that are off than to hang a line for every player at every position. So I talk some shit on the books, but especially days like today, I am not envious of their job.
It looks like an awful task.
Yeah, and
some of these teams.
Yeah, exactly. I've applied for some trading positions, and like when you really think about it, it is easier on this side of the table. On this side of the counter. Yeah. They have their perks. They're able to hold -110 where we have to lay -110. So they definitely offset it and they limit, so yeah, you're right. It's it's a catch-22, but on days like today, I'm happy to be on this side of the counter.
The difference is they have to, and we want to.
Right, exactly.
They don't have a choice. We have an option. So I think that, even starting with the Pacers, what a nightmare they've been all year to dilute, just who's in, who's out, and what do rotations look like. And you can say that about a bunch of teams, and I'm sure you'll go across just about all of them as you go through the board. But that is just a prime example of their motivation levels, their rotations, who's in and who's out on a daily or nightly basis. It gets pretty cumbersome.
John, appreciate you for tapping in. Hey, I feel it. Not that it's been tragic for me, but it's been just very slow. Winning day yesterday, I'd love to put together 4 or 5 winning days in a row. Been a slow month for me, bro. So I'm really trying to. It's not been awful. It's just been slow. Really trying to get things right here. Let's get into the first game. Do you have any thoughts? So I kind of went through every game this morning, and we don't necessarily need to go player by player. Like we spoke on, a lot of these games are kind of shit. Let's focus on the Philly game. Embiid's questionable. You've also got, I think, McCollum, Naismith, and Pascal all questionable, with Pascal more of a doubtful. Does that sound right?
Sounds right to me. I'm just going to lead into a side here. I know we mostly talk about props, but I'm just going to lay the points with the Sixers here.
Not mad at that. 9.5, 10s out there. Not mad at that one bit.
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, look at the list of guys questionable or out for the Pacers, and obviously Embiid is the only questionable one, with PG being suspended on the Sixers side. I think that the Sixers do build off momentum. I think Maxey builds off momentum. Obviously, that the dunk over Edwards, and he had a big game too. So the Sixers are fighting for a lot more, and the loss for the Pacers wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If you want to go into the Pacers props, I did like the Cam Jones shout out earlier. I do think that he is a nice rotational piece, but to each their own. I will not be wagering on the props in this game. I don't know how long this game goes. I don't know how close this game goes, and I don't want to have any action aside from the side of the Sixers.
Okay. We got 2 other guests in here today. Picks by Stevie and Prop Plug. Fellas, how we doing?
Morning, bro. Happy Tuesday, man. Doing well.
Yes, sir. Prop Plug, how are we? Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, man?
What's up? Just getting into the first game. Only real look I'm going to have is Quentin Grimes. So if either of you two have thoughts on this Philly game, feel free to share them. We'll get into them. John, I do got you here. We'll take a look at. John says thoughts on Kelly Oubre over 17.5 PA. Leans Embiid doesn't play. I agree with that. Pacers are ass. Saving versus tough matchup versus Miami coming up. Although they might run him like 25 minutes because he hasn't played in a brick. So that wouldn't surprise me either to see him on reduced minutes. Check points PAs without Embiid versus bottom 10 paint points allowed. I can't do paint points here. Not yet. It is coming. This is still beta, so I can't do paint points on this just yet. Trust me, it's coming. But we go Kelly Oubre. I do agree, no Embiid. Let's also go no PG. Those are the 2 that matter. They're good versus spot up, mid versus transition. Let's look into that a little bit. Also, let's go wins at 10 plus. I think that's important here. Over in 3 of 4. Okay. Okay. Actually, let me see his minutes. 35, 35, 33, and 39. Beautiful. Really starting to like the points by itself. I like both. Models at 18, so there's definitely an edge to the points here as well. I do want to say, though, let's go take the wins out of the scenario. Opponent, no. Spot up, good defense. Hasn't been an issue. I cannot talk you off of Kelly Oubre. I looked at the 3s this morning, and I think it was kind of a shitty price. If you have MGM, run it. I don't like releasing things when it's only available at one book. But if you have MGM, the 135 is probably cool. Now we can go look and see. Sometimes books will be slow to move their alts, but generally speaking, yeah, MGM is the slow one. So I like his threes, but the price is kind of iffy. I like his points better. John, let me tell you if I have an assist opinion. I like the points by themselves. I'm not mad at the PAs either. You could go points or PAs. I'm more on the Grimes. Let's get into Quentin Grimes here. Mr. D, Chalk, and Shorty, appreciate y'all for the likes and the retweets. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Twitter fucked up the algo a little bit, so shit's a little different to comment. I understand that. J-Main, appreciate you tapping in. How are we today, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Let's go talk about Quentin Grimes because I don't necessarily want to bet both their overs, but I'd probably end up on one of them. But they're both green in each of the 4 games. Golden State's a good defense. He only played 23. He was playing closer to like 25 to 28. Yeah. 27, 25, 28, 23 I don't like. 23, 26, 34. So if we go minutes, go like 25 without. You guys have any thoughts on Quentin Grimes or Kelly Oubre? You have one you like better or you just like them both?
I've got nothing on either of those guys. I want to see if Embiid's going or not first before I.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, can I diddle Chalk and tell you I learned my lesson betting on Maxey, and then Embiid got ruled out. Everything just changes without him, whether he plays or not. So I'm good on this game, period, to be honest.
Yep, I'm gonna give y'all 2 leans, and it's gonna depend on. J-Main says he got nothing on nobody, and he's in Philly. Hey, y'all be careful with the snow out there. I know y'all got it like us. That shit's no joke. We got like a foot, and it's that real dense, heavy shit. So y'all be safe out that way. I'm going to leave y'all with 2 leans. Quentin Grimes is a lean, and Kelly Oubre is a lean. Let's see what happens with Joel Embiid. Nembhard over 9.5 is sweet, especially at home. Okay, so let's look at it. They're just down so many pieces right now. Let's go in losses of 10 or more. What did you say? It wasn't points, was it? RAs. You know what? In the big losses, especially lately, they've been fine. He is questionable. Is Naismith questionable too? Or no, it's McConnell. Yeah, man, this is a tough spot with the blowout. I wouldn't talk you off of it, but not an official play for me. All right, let's move into Washington versus Atlanta. Again, this is a shitty game, going to be a blowout. I had some early thoughts. I was actually leaning under 19.5 points for CJ McCollum. I know he played for Washington, but it was a short stint. I don't really see any like revenge narratives here. Line feels a little high in a game. I think it's going to be a blowout. Since he's joined them, which is around 111, right, here's his first game. In wins of 10 or more, he's 3-3, I believe. Minutes are kind of sporadic. Some of these are like close 10-point games, if you know what I mean, though. It's like they covered late or, yeah, like things of that nature. So I leaned under CJ McCollum, but I didn't have anything official there. Kuminga also could make his debut today. Kind of why I was leaning McCollum's under, maybe some usage, because if you remember, McCollum's coming up playing with that second unit. If Kuminga's there as well, that's going to pull some of the gravity. I don't know, though. It might give him some, yeah, I don't know. Nothing official there. I do lean under. Chalk, do you have any Will Riley thoughts or anyone in this game?
I wish I did, but you know, any edge in the NBA last 3 to 5 business days. I think the Will Riley fund has come to an end with whatever they're doing, and I'm not trying to guess on Will Riley at this stage of the season. It was cool for a minute. It's not cool anymore with how they're doing them with minutes.
This is the most Wizards thing of all time. His last 5 minutes. This is the most Wizards. Look at this, bro. 4
minutes, 12 minutes, 30 minutes.
Bro had 6 points in 4 minutes. They said, "Nah, you're doing too much."
Yeah, I think they're trying to see where he was at developmentally. and then realize that he might actually be a contributor. So try to keep him off the floor as much as possible. But I don't know. I'm good on the Wizards probably for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we had a request on Jay Huff's threes. I really don't have an opinion. Picks, Stevie, you got one? You got anything in the Washington game before we move? Actually, this is something I wanted to talk about.
The only look that I gave a little bit of time to earlier this morning was on Bilal. I won't even try to pronounce his last name. Just simply from the fact he's had a slight surge scoring-wise. Attempts have been there. Like you said, I mean, I think he plays a few garbage time minutes. I really didn't look into the minutes, but I want to say his line is at 9.5. You would think 10 points against the Hawks is doable for a guy like him, considering the attempts. But that was like the only thing I spent any time on in this game.
Okay. Yeah, no opinions for me on Koulibaly, but you're right. He has been playing well as of recently. Onyeka Okongwu's points and threes, I will say, was something I looked at this morning. So his points were available for 15 plus. Yeah, minus 120, minus 125. Looks like it might be trending up, which does not surprise me at all. Points, and then I looked at his threes. Price, this has also gone up because this was like 130. Like painted this morning. So this has gone up as well. Maybe I do. It's a 13-point game. Let's go look and wins a 10 plus. And then I don't know if I can go without Porzingis. Let's just go since here. I like Okongwu's points and threes. I couldn't talk you off of either one of them. I just hate the 13.5 here. What are his minutes? Let's talk 27, 29, 34, 33, 31, 28, 26, 31. You know what, man? No DeJounte Murray lines up yet? No, I'm not seeing any. Leave it to Rico to ask about some Pelican shit. You're going to tell me to fade him, aren't you? Are you going to tell me to fade him? I will say I stayed off of Zion today because with him coming back, I think Murray's gonna chuck in whatever minutes he gets. Ant-Man averaging 34 on the road. Who does Minnesota got today? We'll get to that when we get to the Minnesota game. Mom who bet Sosa, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Bay under 2.5 threes, 7 straight at home versus the West. Okay, we'll definitely look at that. Yeah, let's move on from Washington, Atlanta. OKC versus Toronto. I spent some time looking at Brandon Ingram's under today. OKC, even though they've dropped, like 2 straight, or they've dropped a couple since Shea's been hurt, they're still playing pretty well defensively. The total in this game is only 216.5. Top 10 defense versus position, they're first. Still played well. Top 10 defense versus transition, 2025. Let's take off the wins. That's my fault. All right. How many of those are played with RJ, with Emmanuel, with Scotty? Under in all 3, including 13 versus OKC. We can go here. Yeah, Shea did play in that game. I imagine Lou Dort's his matchup, not an ideal matchup. Need that assist line for RJ Barrett PRs, 6+ rebounds for BI at home. Okay, hold on. I'm shopping this Ingram right now. I've got some interest in this under. 20.5, 125, 115 at Rivers, 125 at Hard Rock, MGM, Score, and FanDuel. I could track verse that number. What do we think about his RAs in those games? We can take this away. $32, $36, $32. I think I'm running BI under his points as my first official play. I got a FanDuel. Well, I'm going to play it at Rivers, but FanDuel's cool too. First official play, Brandon Ingram. I'm going to get this in myself. Toronto, OKC. Player points. Wait, hold on. I don't give a shit about total. That's the only thing we're really worried about, right? Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. 20.5, 115 at Rivers. Yep. Okay, got that in. Let me get it out to the Discord real quick, and then I will post it in the banner. First official play, Brandon Ingram, under 20.5 points. Chalk picks by Stevie. Y'all got opinions in this game at all?
I will respectfully pass.
Fair enough.
Somebody did mention the Scotty Barnes defensive props earlier. I don't want to take credit for it, but I will be tailing that, the stocks.
My Lord, someone said they got Brandon Ingram under 22.5 points last night. Lord have mercy, that's a steal. I didn't even know that was ever a line. Okay, let me get that in the banner. Yeah, if you got that at 22.5, good for you, brother. That's a great play. You said steals and blocks. Is that what you said, Chuck?
Yeah, somebody mentioned on calling the shots, so not something that, not an original idea, but something I will be tailing.
Steals last 10, blocks last 10. Yeah, 2.5. What did you? Is it widely available?
2.5 is the number I got. Let me pull up. So I have it written down.
I don't get the bet. I don't bet these a lot.
Where I bet it.
I got a 135 at Hard Rock, a 132 at Parks. So yeah, I like that. Not super widely available, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Just again, tailing. So not an original idea. I think that's very
Someone
important.
said Sosa was on that. So shout outs.
Yes. Yes, it was Sosa. So shout out to Sosa.
Okay, first official bet, Brandon Ingram under 20.5 points. Someone asked about a Scotty RA. It's not a good, is it an over or an under request? It's not a good RA. It's a tough matchup. What did he do in the last head-to-head? He had 19 in that game, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. Potentials aren't loading. Neither are his rebound chances. That sucks.
10 potentials last game and 14 rebound chances.
Let's go. Stat filters minutes. 31. Do you have an opinion
on Scotty's RA?
Yeah.
I don't typically like to take props against the Thunder. I don't care who's playing.
Man, I agree with you. I agree with, especially overs. Chet Holmgren's under points looks pretty good. Without Shea, he's under in all but one game this season. But this line's come down from where, oh, is he questionable now too? I don't think I was aware of that. Meet me at the Swan Station, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the retweets. OKC, Chet is questionable. Okay. I still lean his under. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go today. Lean under, Chet points, nothing official. RJ Barrett was a request from earlier. RJ Barrett PRs. Yes. Let's go PR. No Jakob. Maybe an under request because they're good in transition. Oh, wow. He's actually been green as fuck. Small sample this season. Let's go Podol regardless. he's done well versus teams that do well in transition. Now, he did only have 20 in the matchup versus them. I'd probably leave this as a no play for RJ Barrett. If we're talking stocks today, do we think Jalen Johnson 2 stocks, Beal 2 stocks, Klingon stocks, lean all over? Big Geeker, that's not really a market that I'm generally attacking, just to be honest with you. I wouldn't be the guy to tell you yes or no. I've probably made like 5 bets in my life, and they've been tails. Wemby was definitely one of them. I can remember cashing that. We bet like over 2.5, and he had 5 blocks. Jaron McCain might get some run today, but all in all, pretty well done with this game. Nothing else that's really catching my eye. I don't really have quickly thoughts. I'd be tempted to bet his under assists. He had 2 in the last matchup. Line's 5.5, but some of them aren't too juicy. You know what? Emmanuel Quickly's assists. I'm going to stay off of it. Yeah, let's move on to the next one here. Dallas versus Denver, another competitive game. Michael Porter Jr., I think we'll actually see him play pretty decent minutes here tonight in a competitive game. They are 11th versus his position, but he's kind of like a positionless player. So are the Nets. Like, he can run 2-3-4. He can have the 2-3-4 matchup versus him. Good thing for him, no Cooper Flag tonight. Did I see Clay may also be questionable? We've got Flag day-to-day. He's not playing. No, okay. Clay's good to go. I was looking at Clay's over 2.5 threes this morning, still plus money. So the Nets defensively have like changed up, and we've talked through this a couple times now. They're like switching a lot of stuff, and that's why you'll see they're the best. They're 5th best, and I bet over since the All-Star break or a little before, they're probably the best team off screen because they're switching. It's not even just like the guard to guards. They'll switch like a big to guard on a off-ball screen, which they were not doing beginning of the season. So that's what kept me off of betting Clay by itself earlier today. They still, they allow a bunch for a spot. I wouldn't say a bunch. I feel like this has come down a little bit as well. Lean over Clay's threes, especially at plus money. Volume's been good, but minutes haven't. 18 minutes, 7 threes. 27 minutes, you really like a 27-minute game. 9 threes there. Hey, cut it out. Dog and the cat getting into it. So yeah, lean over there. Michael Porter Jr., lean over the 22.5. I really think we see him play 34, 37. I don't think we see the 20. Let's go with 30 plus. Also think the volume's going to be good. Over in both matchups this season. I know he struggled recently, but we got to bet this over, right? Second official, MPJ. $22.5, very available. I'll play the 125. There's a 128 at FanDuel, 130 at Caesars, a couple different 125s available. Second official play, I'm going to go to I'm gonna go to Prop Builder and play it at 123 real quick. Ein Moment. Can we look at Shamet over 1.5 boards or Terrence Mann over 0.5 3-pointers made versus the matchup? Yes, absolutely. Give me 1 second. NBA. There it is. Player total points. 22. Okay. Let me get this out to Tails, and then I'll get it in the timeline. Cool. Second official play, MPJ over. 1 over, 1 under. Spelled points wrong. Chalk, picks by Stevie. Either of you have any opinions in this New York Nets versus Dallas Mavericks game?
I'm not mad at Michael Porter Jr. at all. If I know I'm not going to be watching it or interested at all, probably won't wager on it. I might just tail you on MPJ, to be honest with you. It's tailing season.
It really is.
Yeah. I got to say, remember what I told you on stream yesterday, Prophet? I officially call Michael Porter Jonte Porter.
Yes.
But 22.5 is enticing. I might live bet that and hope that he doesn't do the same thing he did to me the other night, live betting the 23.5 when he basically put up half of that at halftime and ended with 18. I will say, though, look-wise and play-wise, the one play that really stood out to me in this game was Nolan Traore, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He's playing point guard now for the Nets. 4.5 was his regular line on the assist. It was quite juicy. I locked it in at minus 140 for 1.2 units. And I also played a ladder up to 7. We got some value on that in the Discord. I'm looking at odds right now. And he's at plus 100 for the 6 and looks like plus 185 for the 7. We locked them in at plus 135 for the 6 and plus 250 for the 7 assists. But 1.2 U was what I laid on his 4.5 assist line earlier today, which I'm sure that's moved a little bit.
Still can get 165. Yeah, it's moved a good bit. Not mad at the look on the 4.5, especially. Don't hate the ladder. Minutes have been good. I'd say he plays at least 28. 25 would be conservative. And you see there, great matchup. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, so definitely a sprinkle at this point on the plus money for his assist. I almost even thought to myself, is double-double crazy? Like, could he get me 10 points and 10 assists in a matchup like this? So I think his minutes are secured. I mean, Nets ain't playing for much nowadays. Jordy's also high on him too, coach-wise, and he wants to get the development out there for him as well.
Have a request here on the PAs. That's probably a good pivot since the assists have already moved. Not mad at the PAs with the pivot here at 16.5. J-Man, I do agree. I do lean over. I agree with you. I think it's sharp, but I think he gets there. With Cooper Flag out, I think I saw he's over in 6 of 8. So I do agree with you there. Shaman, we haven't got to New York. Terrence Mann, that's the Nets, right? Yeah. Terrence Mann to hit 1-3, minus 116 at Prop Builder. Not mad at that. Let's go look at minutes last 10. 17, 24, 22, 25, 25, 18. So let's go 17 or more on the season. I think he plays more than that, but that's a good conservative start. Oh, sorry. Went a little too high there. Damn, yeah. Terrence Mann points look green. What was the threes as well? They're a good spot up team. I would almost rather play the points if you wanted to bet on Terrence Mann. I'd almost rather go the points. MPJ is going to be my only official bet in this game. I will say I do have a lean to Najee's. What's the rebounds here for PJ out of curiosity? If this line were 6.5 at a playable number, I would bet it. 7.5. I think the books are sharp, man. It's hard to beat them this time of year. Claxton over 20.5 PRs over intent of 13, 24 plus. Favorable matchup, points and rebounds allowed. Noah Clowney. Let's go PR. go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now you're saying let's focus on minutes as well. I definitely think he's playing more than 24 minutes. Claxton, I'm over here looking at Clowney, bro. What the hell? My bad. These things matter less because of him. Minutes are also more sporadic. PR, and then you said versus a good defensive matchup. Good for him. Yes, it does look green. Let's look at the minutes in these games. 30, 32, 28, 25. All right, let's clear all the filters again. Go back to here. 30, 32, 28. Yeah, I got it now. My fault. Why are you sold? Chalk picks by Stevie. Why are Claxton's minutes up? Are Sharps down? What's new with the Nets?
They've been playing with Sharp all year. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason, but I mentioned it months ago. As Sharp has been a per 36 monster. I'm not really sure why they're fluctuating in between like 30 and 20 minutes. It seems like every other game, and then like he'll play 13 minutes the next game. So I have no idea what the Nets are doing with the rotations. I just know that they went Traore in there, they went Igor in there, they went MPJ in there, and whoever comes off the bench is just kind of like a flavor of the week type deal. They're trying to get the most exposure to as many players as possible. That's my thought process. I'm not trying to guess.
Claxton looks like a great read. I don't trust his minutes, so I'm cool on that. But it does look like a great read. Let's get into what might be the best game of the day. Cleveland versus New York. Chalk, do you have any thoughts in this one, which should be good?
I'm going to attack the threes against the Knicks in some way, shape, or form. Is it going to be Merrill? Is it going to be Donovan? Or is it going to be Harden? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I haven't gotten there. I tried to open my FanDuel and everything was locked. So gonna shop prices, but I will be attacking threes. I don't know how to feel about Jared Allen tonight. And I kind of want to go back to Harden's assists. So there are a lot of things that I'm contemplating. Definitely threes look though.
Yeah, as a Knicks fan, Chalk, I can tell you could probably bet all three guys and you're going to end up profitable one way or another. They're going to shoot the three. And I honestly think it's a James Harden night. I know, I believe I was able to join the Calling the Shot spaces for about the first 45 minutes. And I want to say it was Sosa who mentioned that if they were in the Garden, he would have bet James Harden first thing this morning. But I think it'll be the same game flow for him against the Knicks. And he's been a Knicks killer as far back as I can remember. So this could be a coming out party for him scoring wise.
Third official play for me, Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points, minus 125. FanDuel is back open, Chalk. If you were waiting for that, they are back open.
Yeah, I see 3 threes for Donovan as expected is minus 205. 3 threes for Merrill is plus 04, and 3 threes for Harden is plus 140. So I might just go 3-3-4, all on straights, and 2 of those guys will hit it.
I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Donovan Mitchell, I don't think I need to explain myself here too much. Yeah, Harden's there now. Harden's definitely like a very passive but not too passive point guard to play with. Let Donovan get in his buckets. Donovan's going to be Chuck heavy, always is versus New York. 34-31 in the 2 matchups this year. Yeah, love this spot. I will say the market's moved against me too. This line's moved from 27 to 26. What the hell? And I don't care. I'm still betting the over. Chalk, Stevie, thoughts on that?
I don't think you can go wrong.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm a big fan of live betting Donovan Mitchell's over on his points. That's because I know he's going to get the ball in the fourth. So if you have any trends like that you like, I'll probably jump in live at some point if he gets off to a slow start. Excuse me.
So Towns has been playing well. What are do you guys have Towns' thoughts? He was playing like shit, if you remember. Like there was a pretty bad stretch. And then now he's looking pretty good. And it's split this season if he's played well or not played well. I believe there was some foul trouble in this game, but let me confirm that. 4, I think it may be just first half, if I remember correctly. Do you guys have any Towns thoughts in this one?
I am a fan of how he's been playing. I'm not a fan of going against Cavs tonight.
I completely agree. I would also tell you that as a Knicks fan, I've seen this a lot. I think Towns and the way that he plays is very dependent on the game that Jalen Brunson has. So if Brunson comes out early, he's firing, he's hitting shots, you'll see a down game scoring wise from Towns, just in my personal opinion. I actually I'm kind of liking the Jared Allen points look against Towns. The chart is not going to look great. You're not going to see a lot of green. It's more of like a gut play if I'm being honest with you. I just think PNR with James Harden, he's looked just amazing. And I expect the same from him tonight. I want to say his point line was 12-5 too, which I think is really doable in a game today against the Knicks.
Yeah, it looks like it is still 12-5. There are some books 13, so it's definitely trending up. Over and all but one verse with Harden. Again, not an easy matchup, but there's no head-to-head data with Harden in this matchup. So, yeah, like you said, if you're going to play it, it's going to be a gut play, and I'm not upset with it at all. Shamet was a request. I think it was 8.5 points. Yeah, Shamet over 8.5 points. Cavs are going to spank the Knicks. You're probably right, to be honest. You're probably right.
Whoa.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry. So Shamet played 23 in the last, 26, 28. Now, he missed some time. That was before the All-Star break. Okay. Damn, he's over in 8 straight. How many of these are with Alvarado? And then is Miles McBride? He's still out. Okay, so let's go with Miles McBride and then with – am I just missing it, or do they not have it? Damn. Here he is. Okay. 2025. Damn, he's over in all but one. Do you guys have Landry Shamet thoughts? Either one of you?
Negative.
I wish I did, brother. And I'm a Knicks fan. I wish I did.
Yeah. Look, if I can't get a New York Knicks fan to play it, I'm not playing it, so I'm cool. Nothing else really stood out to me in this game. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any requests. Shamet, I'm cool on it. Nothing official.
Go ahead. Prophet, real quick before we move. Chalk, what was your attack on the threes guys from the Cavs? I feel like I missed it.
3 threes from Harden and Merrill, and 4 threes from Donovan Mitchell. All his straights are all plus money.
Beautiful. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the Pelicans game. Should be fairly competitive versus Golden State. Golden State's a 1.5-point favorite. DeJounte Murray could return. I think is confirmed to be returning today. I think. Obviously, Golden State's very beat up. They did have an impressive win versus Denver just here not too long ago. I went through this game this morning. I kind of leaned under Zion. I kind of leaned under Sadiq. But I didn't come to anything official. Did you guys have anything official or any leans in this game?
Negative.
Chalk, you in corporate mode or are you just busy?
I was looking for something.
Okay.
I'm not even I'm good. I'm totally good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with each of these teams. Injuries, people coming back, who wants to win. I don't think Pelicans have their first-round pick. They traded it for Derek Queen. So it's not that they want to lose, but Yeah, I just don't see anything that's jumping out to me. We can move on to Miami versus Milwaukee. I do have a lean in this one. Norman Powell, points or threes, lean over both. Let's add Hero and Bam. I think the threes look decent on the season. You see, they rank 30th. He's over in 60%. There's a couple of these games where he's sub 30 minutes. Now, I will say Spo's done some like weird shit with minutes, like competitive games he's playing sometimes in the 28 or more range. Can you guys talk me off of this?
I will not try. Just to revisit the Warriors Pelicans game, the thing I was looking at was Santos. Looking at Santos PR, he's kind of been a monster lately, but total rate's 19.5. So totally good of not going there again. They've obviously corrected the market on that, so we'll not be revisiting. As far as Norm Powell, this game's all you. I know there's some Tyler Herro looks with him being back in his hometown. Cam Thomas, I don't know where Davion is defensively or health-wise.
Updated to probable, I will say that.
Okay, yeah, so I'm good on this game.
The only game he didn't go over in this scenario is versus fucking Milwaukee, so I will say that as well. He was 0 for 5, so decent volume, but yeah. Picks by Stevie, you got any thoughts here?
On Norman?
Norman or anything in Miami?
I mean, Norman's going to chuck, so that's obviously a good thing for a 3-point prop, but nothing official for me there. My only play in this game is actually on the Milwaukee side when you get there.
Honestly, just run it. What do you got? Because Norm's going to be a lean for me, but don't be surprised if y'all see that as a late ad.
I got Bobby Portis PR in this game. Because just why not? He's been a dog, I feel like, recently. The volume's there, even on limited minutes. When it comes to him playing at home, I mean, if you just filter him 20 minutes, games at home, 16.5 PR, it's as green as it gets.
Yeah, you look at home without Giannis, it's as green as it gets. I will say I hate that 17-minute game versus Toronto. What was that about? Just a blowout?
Yeah, that was like a 30-point game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 28-point game. I think I have to actually bet this. This was last season. Oh, that's home. 20 minutes. I think he plays more than that tonight. Damn, this one is I mean, it's interesting at least. The bare minimum, I'm interested. His threes at home look good, plus money. Okay, we got a lot of Bobby threes looks.
So I've gotten shafted on 3-point props. But it's not a bad look for plus money. I just think the PR, to me, is a no-brainer. To your point, I definitely think he probably sees around 25 tonight. He should have a size advantage. I feel like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the games I've seen from Miami have been very, fight through the screen, not a lot of switches. So he'll have a size advantage as well.
I don't think Miami switches anything.
Yeah.
Ryan Rollins, PRA is another look. I'm going to leave Bobby as a lean. I like the points a little bit more, though. Or actually, no, PRs are cool too. But the threes, it's just you're so dependent on that 5 or more, where I think the points and rebounds, you're going to have a lot more chances. PRA, we're going without Giannis. I think it's important we add Kevin Porter, though. And then we can go minutes at, let's just see, 33, 34, 32, 33. Let's go 30 to be conservative. And over and all but one, very high-paced game. Okay, let's clear everything. Let's go last 10. This might be my next play. Oh shit! Is he pulling the Davion Mitchell card?
That's kind of why I was off of it.
Yeah, he's got the Davion Mitchell matchup. Everything looked green until you tell me he's got one of the best perimeter defenders on the league matching up with him the whole day.
I couldn't get off mute fast enough.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I like when we have multiple people on, we can walk through and talk through these things. So yeah, I'm cool off of that. It looks green. Very difficult matchup there. So I'm chilling. But you like
Heroes? There's a better matchup in the NBA than point guards against the Heat when Davion's not going.
Exactly. And so
I don't
different
know if
when
there's
he
a less fun one when he is going.
Yes, bro. Yes, exactly. Heroes threes. What were his minutes in the last game? 22, and it was a convincing win. 23 prior, and another convincing win. And those are 2 games back. I could see him playing 27, 28 tonight for Hero. He is from there. So yeah, threes make sense to me. I'm sure he chucks. Not an official spot for me. How low is too low for Cam Thomas and how high is too high? His minutes have not been there, but I mean, you want to talk about a certified chuck. This man, there is not a spot on the floor that's not green to him. Maybe I just take the threes because it's a smaller number. What's the volume there? I think we see 6 attempts in 20 minutes. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm crazy. Miami pace. No, I'm not betting him, but I can't talk you off of him if you do. I think that wraps it up for me in this game. You guys have any other thoughts? I'm close on Powell, and that's really about it. I'm close on Bobby's PRs, low-key.
I'm cool to move.
Same.
Let me write all these down real quick. Someone playing Fortnite? One of your kids playing Fortnite or something in the background?
Yeah, it's my son, Prophet, remember?
Yeah, okay. I just heard the battle, but shit, I still play. So I would say, well, here's the biggest concern, Geeker. Who is Mitchell playing? I'd assume he plays Rollins, and then I'd take KPJ. But if I'm wrong and he's on KPJ, I would not want to have that in my pocket. I would say it's probably a lean. If you do any live betting, see who Mitchell matches up with off the rip, and then bet the other guy. That would be my best guess, best suggestion.
Correct.
Yeah, and low key, those are one of those spots like that's actually really sharp because the books aren't going to adjust to that immediately. So I think there's actually really good. I actually am probably going to do that myself now that we talked through it. All right, Charlotte versus Chicago. Charlotte's a pretty decent sized favorite. First game back for Bridges. Yeah, first game back for Bridges. Kobe White playing back in Chicago. I think he's good to go tonight. He's missed some time on and off as well. Chicago's beat up, man. Like I if I had to lay a spread today, my favorite one would probably be Charlotte -8.5. You guys have any thoughts? Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Con Kneppel. I'll try to work through these, but do you guys have any opening thoughts?
Con's assist.
Okay.
If if Brandon Miller's as fresh as we think he's going to be, or I'm sorry, if Miles Bridges is as fresh as we think he's going to be. Didn't they just play last night or the night before?
I think it was 2 nights ago, but let me
2 nights ago.
Yeah, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, Con just had 28, 7, and 4 in 28 minutes against the Wizards. This is a very should be like a low energy game from the Hornets as far as trying to do too much. So I think that Con defers. I kind of want to see how he does with back-to-back bad teams. That's something I have to look more into. But the numbers that I see as far as potentials, they're there, and I think they should be able to score pretty easily tonight. It doesn't matter what position.
He's floating right around that 7-8 potentials. So over 3.5, I could get behind that as well, especially because we can play it at plus money.
Yeah, he's had 9 against them before Christmas.
Yep.
That was in 11 chances, and the last 5, you kind of see the amount of potentials that he's getting. So it's just other guys making their shots, and there's not much defense being played in Chicago these days.
Yeah, they give up a bunch of threes as well. 2, 5, and 2. What's the volume? 9. You live with that. 12 and 6. 6 is the only one you don't love. The other two, really good volume. Let's go last 10 games with Bridges and LaMelo. And Brandon Miller because he missed a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm cool off of the threes. Like the assists read. Assists is going to be my only real lean there. I don't like the over or the under on points and threes. No opinions for me there. I like the assists at plus 122, though. I do like the assists at plus 122. How has he played this season head-to-head? 27, 18, and 22. Let's see who was in and out. Miller, everybody played. No LaMelo in the game he went under. Okay, interesting. I think this is efficient line. What do you guys think? 21.5, 22.5 for BI or Brandon Miller?
I don't feel anyway. That's probably fine.
I think it's just an efficient line. LaMelo Ball, do they play tomorrow? His coach is still, I would say he's been less weird, but he's still been kind of weird with his minutes. They do not play tomorrow. That's good news. How has he performed versus them head-to-head? Okay, keep in mind, he probably had Kobe White as a defensive matchup here, and that's no longer the case. Okay, not in that game. But his coach was on that bullshit with his minutes. In this game, he did face up versus Kobe. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty different head-to-head. No Vucevic there now. Head-to-heads don't really mean anything for Chicago at this point, I don't think. The assists feel high. Okay, here's my concern, too. I really think this is going to be more than a 10-point blowout. I really do, personally. I do think Diabate PRs is interesting, though. I do want to spend at least a minute there. Chicago's got nobody on the interior. Wow. Only 12 minutes, 18 minutes, and 22 minutes. I know it's a completely different matchup, but you got to hate the recent stuff. 18, 32, 29, 28. Why only 18 versus Detroit in a competitive game? Minutes? Was
you
it?
Got to check that.
Oh.
Jalen Duren.
Yeah, he got tossed.
Back. This is back. Yes. All right, so let's go 25 or more. Before that, that's about what he was sitting at, right?
Yeah, he was pacing to play way more than that in that game, too.
Let's go 24 or more. PR, and then it's a good matchup for his position. First pick and roll Roman, they're trash as well. You know what? Diabate does look like a good look. Out of my own curiosity, I know we're going to be talking about a small sample here. Okay, it's split. Let's do this, and then damn, it looks green. It definitely looks green. I couldn't talk you off of it. Who requested that, John? 19.5 PRs does look good. I hate to back him here in a game that I personally believe the spread will be larger than the market indicates. There is a few 18s out there as well. Shop around on that. Won't talk you off of it. Definitely lean over Diabate there. Definitely lean over. Do you guys use home road splits, east-west splits? Home road, yes. East-west, less often.
I think the East-West comes into play when it's like the third or fourth game in like a week on that coast.
Exactly.
But initially off the rip, like not really, no.
And then even for me, like, you know, I like to target rookies at home. So yes. Every once in a while, you know, I like to fade rookies on the road. Not necessarily this year's rookies, not all of them. Cooper Flagg's been kind of good regardless. So is Kneppel, but those are things that I do look at. But yeah, not a big thing for me. I feel like Melo definitely chucks, but not playing a 3.5, especially with Kobe. Agreed, 100% agreed with you, Evan. Kalkbrenner's line's at 5.5. So I just had to jog my memory. I remember Diabate eating up his minutes recently. So if I were to bet, I would go Diabate over Kalkbrenner there. Kalkbrenner hurt on a minutes restriction. He's been playing like 17, before the suspension anyway. So I would probably set him in right about there. Do you guys have any opinions on that?
No, I feel like we had conversations about his minutes and how he was like losing his minutes to when Diabate was emerging.
Yes.
And I think we took a Kalkbrenner under. I think he played like 12 minutes that night.
Yep. 3 games left. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. The only caution I have, I don't know how many minutes he's playing tonight, as it's his first game back since being suspended. And obviously a really bad opponent. Is this like a ramp up conditioning game, or is he a full go, or is he just being kind of monitored?
Yeah, and with Charles Lee, it's, he's definitely, as much as we bitch about it, it's probably good for his, the opponent's going to have the same questions we do, right?
Correct.
So as much as we hate it, it's probably a good thing for his squad. Let's move on to Boston versus Phoenix. Let's talk about the injury news. Dylan Brooks broke his left hand. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Highsmith out. Devin Booker still out. Jordan Goodwin out. Grayson Allen day-to-day, but I think not playing. Is that correct? Don't quote me on the last one. Let me go look that up. Kalkbrenner officially available to play. Kobe White officially available to play. Makes sense, his old team debut. Let me see if I have any Grayson Allen news. I thought he was out, but I'm seeing day-to-day. He is a questionable. Okay, so Grayson Allen is questionable. Jalen Green, let's talk about his minutes since returning. 22, 36, so he got full run. Now, this was an overtime game that he hooked the 16.5 line. He shot 6 for 26. I bet on this motherfucker. He shot 6 for 26. 6 for 26. I'm sorry, if you shoot 26 times, you should score 17 points. And that's why this man got traded, and that's why he's not a superstar. No opinions for me on Jalen Green. If you made me bet, I'm betting the under. What the hell? That's not Jalen Green's points. There we go. Now we're fixed. Jalen Green points lines at 28.5. Now, this is a good pick and roll ball handling defense. 4th in the league. Number 4th versus transition. Dylan Brooks played a big part of that, though, however, and he's down. Who is the matchup now? Grayson Allen, he's been called a dirty player before and things of that nature, but he is an okay defender. He's definitely an annoying defender. I still think this line's too low for Jaylen Brown. Do you guys have opinions here? JB's 28.5 points.
I don't mind that at all. I have a look that's kind of fallen out of favor because of his new situation.
What is it? Because I'm not betting JB yet. It looks like that line's going down. If it goes 27, I'll attack it. What was your look?
Vucevic assists, and I know he's gotten 0 in like pretty much all of his games as a Celtic.
Right.
But the guy can pass, and the best defender for the Suns is out. So I think there's going to be easier shots than Vucevic at the rim. And I think you might be able to get more cutters in action, even if it's just a dump off to JB for mid-range. And they have a bunch of guys that shoot threes. So it's only at 2.5. We saw Vucevic's line at like 4.5 earlier this season a couple times. And he was on triple-double watch a couple times. So not an incapable passer, just not part of the offense right now. And I think there's a lot of value in that 2.5.
Yeah, you're right. Not a part of his offense. Threes have gone down significantly as well. Not mad at the assist look, though. I do think that he kind of what do they say? Water finds its level.
That's right. Plus 140 for 3 assists. Like, all right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I want to see if Grayson Allen's playing, but I probably do lean over Gillespie. Is there 15s out there? 16 plus money. No Allen. Well, again, I want to wait on Allen, but I know no Brooks, no Booker. He's going to have high usage. Let's just go there. I'm going to say in the realm of like 27 is a very, like the lowest. 3 games. I mean, I really think, especially with no Allen, we've got Booker and Brooks. I mean, Jalen Green's back, so I guess it is hard for me to spot his minutes. But just versus Portland, he hit this number. Do you guys have Colin Gillespie thoughts?
You know, I love myself some threes from Colin Gillespie, but I won't be taking it tonight.
I have to agree with you. And versus Boston, who allows a bunch, if I had to bet on Gillespie, it would be his threes. Let me go see if I like Royce's any better. Royce is at 2.5. Not mad at a Royce O'Neal over 2.5 minus 108 either. Well, that was last season. Doesn't matter. Lean over Royce threes, lean over Gillespie threes, but I don't have any strong convictions in this game. Jaylen Brown, 28.5 points. They've got no one to defend him. It's just, can they keep it competitive? He is questionable. That's right. Derek White's assists. What are they in assists allowed per game? I thought they were pretty low. Second versus position, 5th in the league overall. Oh, sweet. They brought this back. Shout outs, because I was actually pissed they got rid of this. Okay, yeah, this doesn't look good. Now let's go players without JB, just out of curiosity. Over in 4 or 5. How many potentials in this one? 10. I don't like 10. 12 is good. 15 is good. 7 for 7 is not. I mean, that's just luck at that point. 9 for 16 is good. No opinions on Derek White. I will say, if this line's available after JB's announced out, sure, go with it. Before tip-off, nothing official. Let's move into Minnesota versus Portland. Minnesota 6.5-point favorites on the road. Ant 29.5 is the line. There are 28s out there. A lot of 28s out there for playable prices. Let's call 28.5 the line. Head-to-head this season, on the 11th, he went under, only shot 5 for 10 from the field. In the first matchup this season, he scored 41. 28.5 line feels reasonable. Second versus ISO, but they suck versus pick-and-roll ball handlers. I lean over. Yeah, I'm not mad at the Royce O'Neal PRs either. Points, threes, PRs, all good with me. I would probably lean more points or threes than the PRs, but I'm not mad at that one bit. Anthony Edwards, let me look into this a little bit more. This is close for me. Again, this is another line that I think will move. There are 28s out there. There's actually a good bit of them, like I said. Yeah, I like this over. It's 28.5, 115 Hard Rock MGM. It's 28.5, 120 at Fanatics. There's a couple 29s out there. If this were to be a 28.5 painted, I'd probably release it. Check his splits.
Do we have any Nas news?
I just have questionable. How does it affect your thinking for someone else?
Nah, I don't know the status of Nas and Jaden right now. Just kind of trying to get the scope of the game.
I don't see Jaden McDaniels on the injury report at all.
Okay.
Let me confirm that, but I did not see him this morning. I think it was
Nas is still questionable. Denny's Shaden Lillard out for Portland, as if that was news, but
right. Does the 6.5 feel low to you as well?
It's definitely sketchy.
They play well defensively, though. Like, they're not the worst defense in the league.
What's their schedule been post break? They just had the Sixers at home, didn't they?
Yeah, this is their first road game since the break.
Something's off here.
I guess Naz Reid not playing. So yeah, this feels wrong to me. I like the 6.5. Although Scoot Henderson's been playing more minutes and shit, like maybe that's what it is. They had some guys on injury minutes restrictions that are opening up. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. 6.5 feels suspect to me. I lean over Ant 28.5 points as well. Let's move on to Randall. No Naz Reid. I lean under PRA. If Naz goes, I'd probably play it. Drew's one of those guys where his minutes, I guess they're not up that much. 25 to 22. Now we're playing some closer to 30-minute games. Not necessarily interested in anything. Points over could make some sense. He's just got such a small sample this year of good minutes. Lean over like a Drew PAs, but it's not anything I'm playing today. It's not. Nothing else in this game I really wanted to touch on. Orlando versus the Lakers, last game of the night. Lakers should not be favorites. I'm a Lakers fan. They'll probably lose this game. Just feels like the way that they've been playing right now. Ant 30, Brown 30. Not mad at that one bit, Matt. Matt B, I'm not mad at that one bit. Ant 30, Brown 30. I probably run that myself. Luka was available. Okay, so this bumped. I played this last night. I did not release it. I won't track it versus my record. I did get this at 30 plus, minus 128. It's now minus 155, 164 at FanDuel. I played this last night. I didn't release it because I played that shit at like midnight, so I don't like doing stuff like that. But yeah, I like Luka. Even at 31, I still like Luka there. Paolo, what's his PRA number at? I might actually fade him versus the Lakers. I think they'll sell out versus him. Hasn't played him this season. Yeah, Paolo under might be my next official play. $35.5 painted in the market, juice to the under. There are some 110s, 112s, 115s, 117s, 120s. Let me look at one more thing, but I think this is a go. Let me look at one more thing. Fuck. It tells me not to bet it. I'm looking at previous. Hold on. See, I do think they sell out versus Paolo tonight.
I'm right there with you. Kind of the same thing we've talked about, especially when they're in LA. They sell out versus Stars, make the supporting guys beat you.
Chalk, that is literally all I needed to hear.
Which one are you going to? Are you going to Bane?
I'm going to play Paolo's under. Are you going Bane under?
No, I'm going Anthony Black's over.
Oh, I love Anthony Black over everything.
PRA.
Over everything. Yes, I love
He hasn't been over in his last 4 games. 14, 18, 26, and 19. This says line at 23.5. They know what's happening tonight.
No, bro, that's a great read. Yes, he's going to be one of the guys that get the opportunities tonight. So you're going to get the volume from him. You just pray, it converts.
Yeah, I think he can definitely get the supporting stats and the rebounds and assists. And how many buckets is he going to get? I don't know, but I know how many shots he's taken.
Yep. Paolo Banchero under 35.5 PRAs. Yeah, I like the Anthony Black as well. Let's go look at that. Also, maybe some requests. I missed the Klingon threes, but that's a good read with Rudy not wanting to step out. Yeah, I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. Bane has been hooping. I'm not fading Bane today. Smart PRAs. Yeah, we'll look at Smart. The Lakers lost the last game, but I don't hate what Smart brings to the table, bro. He's not the piece that's supposed to bring us offense. He's supposed to not suck defensively, and that's it. Reeves under 4.5 assists. If it were a good price, I'd be interested. I may be interested in a PA. First Boston, 32 minutes. How many field goal attempts? Just 10 PAs. LeBron, good to go. Old man LeBron, there shouldn't be any. It's not a back-to-back or anything, right?
I don't see why he doesn't play.
1,000% agree with you. We might be on our second play of the day.
I don't mind Bron's rebounds here.
Let's go look at Bron's rebounds. I kind of lean under Reeves' assists. Bron's rebounds, 27, great matchup. We're getting a 5.5 plus money. That's kind of wild. What's the RA line? Not necessarily upset with an RA. Let's go with
11.5 RA.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bite.
Yeah, I will too. I don't think I want to attach the points to this, right?
I don't have an interest of going with the points.
18.5. Probably fair. 11.5 is moving on the RAs, but score is still available at 130. DK Fanatics, Hard Rock 140, multiple 140s.
They don't just hang an 18.5 on LeBron on the late night game when he's been consistently hitting 20 points unless they're very firm in that number.
I know.
There's going to be so much chasing with LeBron, obviously because who he is and the time slot that he's in tonight. 18.5 is I would be very careful with that number.
I agree. If anything, I think you run the RAs. Otherwise, stay off.
Yeah, 100%.
LeBron, we're good on. Anthony Black, you said PRAs. You know what stuck out to me was his RAs, but PRAs make sense as well. We're also could see no Suggs tonight, right?
I do see this questionable.
Yeah. Let me get some Suggs news first, but I like that look as well. PRAs, RAs, points and assists, all are good to me.
Is it crazy that I like it more if Suggs plays?
Not really. Why though?
Just because I think that
draws more attention away from
Smart has to take Suggs.
Yes. No, that's not crazy at all.
And you get Luka.
Do not fade this. Do not bet Wendell Carter's unders. I'm telling you as a Lakers fan, I don't care what the charts look like. Keep your happy ass away. I don't care if they say defense versus position ranked is fourth. Do not fall for this trap. Go bet him. What's the double-double? Plus 522. You think I'm fucking kidding? Am I going 0.1 right now? DraftKings got any boosts?
I'm not allowed back.
I feel you, bro. I can only bet pennies, but my friends can bet more.
I don't even try to log in anymore to look at their odds because doesn't mean anything to me.
They do have a 20% boost. All right, I do like the double-double there. I do like the double-double there on Wendell Carter. Keep an eye out on the timeline for that to make a appearance. It was last year, okay. No Rui thoughts. I mean, I'd love to see Kennard hit a couple threes. I'm not betting it. Marcus Smart PRAs could be a look as well. Let's go here. Let's slot him in for like 25 to 30 minutes tonight. Let's go 25. Season average. PRAs do look good for Smart. I don't know. Yeah, he'll guard Suggs defensively. Good call. And like I said, he's like, I'm not mad at the defense he's brought this year.
No, that's why Suggs plays.
Yeah, PRAs look good for Smart. I know someone requested it. I do lean over there. No way I would talk you off of that one. I do think that about rounds it up for the slate. I know I didn't go over everything, but the slate still took an hour and 20 minutes. So if you guys have any requests that I didn't get through, please feel free to throw them in the requests. We'll go through them. But all in all, pretty decent slate. I think we got 5 bets, 3 overs, 2 unders, 1, 2, 3, 4 bets. Did I forget to put one out? Oh, I bet Luka last night. I think that's what I'm thinking. Paolo, Donovan Mitchell, Michael Porter Jr., Brandon Ingram. Yeah, that's it. Dyson rebounds. Okay. It's a 13.5 point spread, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Kuminga could be there. Not that I think that he's going to eat up a bunch of rebounds or that they'll even play together. Man, no opinion. I think it's a pretty sharp number in my opinion. Smart RAs, I like it, J-Man. PRAs, RAs, all of it. I'm good with all that. Kennard over 5.5. I'm hopeful, John. I wouldn't talk you off of it. I'm hopeful at best. All right, wraps it up. Chalk, you got anything you want to say to the audience before we wrap up?
No, be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful out there. You know, travel and the roads are shitty. I do want to give a shout out to all the likes and the retweets. Can you please go over the New York Knicks game I got here late? I'll go over what my thoughts were real quick. I liked Cats overs. Okay, so I bet Donovan over 26.5 at FanDuel. James Harden, I'm close on the assist, bro. 7.5 playable number. This is close for me. I didn't bet it, but it's close. Brunson, I thought the market was just efficient on points and PAs. Let me take this off. If you made me bet on this game, nobody's going to like to hear this. I'd probably bet Brunson's PAs. That being said, I did not bet it officially. If you made me bet on Brunson, though, that's the way I would have went. Towns is like weird. I like his rebounds over at 10.5. This line has climbed since this morning. I kind of wish I just bet it. And I kind of like his points line. He's played better as of late. So I like Towns PRs, whether it's Mobley or Allen. I like it. I didn't bet that either. Jared Allen, he's played really well with James Harden, leaned over there. Head-to-head shit's bad, but Harden's there, so it's new. That kind of ran you through my New York thoughts. Just the one official play on Garland or Donovan Mitchell's over leans to Harden's assist, leans to Allen's points, leans to Towns PRs, leans to Brunson's PAs under. I just said I hope so, John. I hope he does. I would lean that way, yes. He's over in every game. I think he scored 9 in 3 or 4 straight. Volume's not been through the roof. Now he's a good shooter, so you shouldn't need good volume. But I was also a shooter, and even though I had good games, I had 0 for 8 games. So he might be due negative regression. He might kill him. Nothing official for me there. Staying away from Cat. Yeah, bro, I feel you. Anything for OKC tonight? Did I have anything in that game? OKC versus Toronto. Lean under Chet, but he's questionable. Lean over Isaiah Joe. And McCain getting decent minutes wouldn't shock me, but there was nothing official in that game either. All right, coming up on an hour and a half deep, 534 viewers today. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on the regular. Shout out to all my likes and my retweets. Michael, Swan, Mom Who Bets, Sosa, Shorty, Chalk, Mr. D. Appreciate all y'all for tapping in. Appreciate all the likes as well. We will be back tomorrow at noon. I think we got like a 6-game slate, so it shouldn't be too bad. Probably in and out in an hour tomorrow. I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. Best of luck tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man, let's go.